Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Today we're going to be inside because we have a red flag warning outside. It's hot and windy out there. Not a good day to be outside playing with fire. So instead we're going to be inside and we're going to be... I'm trying to do a show here. Hey, Paul Plays with Fire. Hey fella, good to see you again. What's up? You know, I was thinking about your little cooking show, and you know what? There's that little Chinese restaurant in town. The one that's been there forever. Yeah, that one. They make that chicken with them little peppers. Kung Pow Chicken. Yeah, that's it. You should make some of that. Yep, that's what he said. I guess we're making Kung Pow Chicken. Let's get busy. Okay, here we go. For starters, we've got a chicken breast that we've cut up. Just about 5 ounces of chicken breast. You can use more or less as you want to. And we're going to put that gracefully. Put that in a Ziploc bag so that we can mix and marinate together in there. And I've tried doing it in bowls, but it just works better in a Ziploc. Everything's all contained in there and everything works real good. And that's a couple tablespoons of wine and a tablespoon of soy sauce. And that's a couple teaspoons of cornstarch. Got all out of there. Okay. Get that all together in the bag. Squeeze out the air you best you can. And just mix them around a little good. And we'll want that to sit for at least a half an hour. A little longer won't hurt. 2 hours is too much. There we go. Now we're going to chop up our vegetables for our Kung Pow chicken. We're just going to take some onions that I've halved and cut those halves into quarters and leave them kind of solid because we like it that way. I grew up in a small town in the Midwest, not too far from here, and I don't think I really had proper Asian food growing up. I think the closest we had, maybe when I was in college, we might have had some bok choy chow mein in a can. That's how bad that was. After I got out of school, I think I remember visiting a proper Chinese restaurant. We're lucky here in that we're just not too far outside a pretty good sized college town, and with that comes a lot of eating choices. We have a lot of different things that we get exposed to. So I've eaten quite a bit of Asian food in town at quite a few different restaurants. There's Thai places, there's Chinese, there's Japanese, there's sushi. So we're kind of spoiled that way. But when it comes to Asian food in town, there's this one particular place that really stands out for me. Partially because it's been in business since the early 80s. I mean, that's 40 years. It's had a couple different locations, and it's had 3 different owners. I think it's on a 3rd owner now. But across all those owners and across those locations, it's had the same following the whole time. The same people keep coming back. The college president comes there to eat on a regular basis. And another thing is across those 40 years, the Kung Pow chicken flavor has not changed in my mind. It's still the same as it was when I first walked into that place. And that's pretty amazing when you could think about it. I talked to the owner once about how his food and how he makes it and trying to replicate that flavor at home. And he says he can't even do it at home because his stove doesn't get hot enough to match what they get in the woks in the restaurant. And I've been back in his kitchen. I've seen those woks are big and hot. Now we do have a pretty good sized burner on our cooktop back here. And so I'm getting closer, and I don't turn it up all the way. But it does get pretty close to making his Kung Pow chicken at home. I'm not going to cut up all this pepper because we don't need all of this, but we're just going to take maybe one big slice off the side. Boy, that thing is huge. They were selling them by the same price for the little ones as the big ones, so I got a big one. I should mention, although I do have a wok back there, and it's a great tool to have in the kitchen, you don't need one for doing this. For years I did it just in a frying pan. Any kind of a non-stick, or I suppose you could use cast iron if you want to. You just got to be careful about sticking. but it's certainly not a requirement to have a wok. You can do it on any old pan. Now we got some garlic and some ginger. There's a hunk of ginger and the new garlic that I kind of diced up earlier. I'm just going to get that up real small. And then the ginger, I'm going to slice it lengthwise. A little easier to manage that way. And turn those into little sticks, little matchsticks, little chiffonades. We'll add those at the same time, so we'll just put those in the same little dish. And then we'll do some scallions that we're going to use to finish off the dish. Slice those lengthwise. And cut the white ends kind of small, because they're a little stronger tasting. Then by the time you get up to the green ends, you can cut them a little bigger. They look a little better that way. Those in the dish. The secret to successful Asian food cooking is proper preparation. Having all your ingredients ready. Because, man, once you turn the pan on to do the wok cooking, it goes really, really fast. And that's a good thing. But you got to have everything ready before you start. Okay, now we're going to make a little marinade, or no, excuse me, a little finishing sauce to put on everything when it gets done. I've got about a tablespoon of brown sugar, and to that we're gonna add a couple tablespoons rice wine vinegar and about 3 or 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. In this case, I'm using Kikkoman's light soy sauce. A little easier on the system. Not quite as salty, still very flavorful. And we'll just mix that up a little bit and set it off to the side, and it'll be ready to go when we need it. Okay, see you at the wok, I think. Okay, I forgot to mention we have rice going. We've got about 12 minutes on the rice left so far, and that's just perfect because we're also going to have pot stickers. I didn't mention that earlier, but pot stickers, these come from Sam's Club of all places, and they just come in a brick, put them in there like that, and in 12 minutes they are so good you will slap your face. They're excellent. They turn nice and crispy brown on the bottom, and way easier than making your own pot. I mean, I'm all for making homemade food, but I've never made dumplings like these. So we'll just turn the fire on that, put a lid on it, and check back in about 12 minutes, about when the rice is done. Okay, our pot stickers are getting really close to done. Let's take a look at them. Oh, that looks good, smells good. Oh, let's look at the bottom side. That's the, oh, isn't that perfect? Ooh-wee. We're just gonna flip those over and let them, oh yeah, look at that. Let them cook on the downside for a little bit. Matter of fact, we're just going to do that. Give them a swish. Turn them off. And set them back out of the way. Because it's about to get really hectic here. Okay, now we want to get this pan good and hot. Make sure there's plenty of oil in there. Okay, turn that up. Oh, that looks good. Nice and hot. Look at that. And no sticking going on there. We're just going to cook that until it's just done. And then we'll pull it off the heat and get started on everything else. We're going to call it good. Turn off the heat. Then we're just going to get a little mini scrub before we start all over again. Put those vegetables in there. This goes really fast too. Let that sit for a little bit, a few minutes. Now we're going to add our garlic, ginger, and chili peppers. Give that another couple stirs. That's perfect, looking good. Now we're going to add our chicken back. And our finishing sauce, the rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, and brown sugar. A little more saucy, look at that. We're going to add in a handful of peanuts and our scallions to finish it off. We are ready to eat. And turn that off. Let's make a plate. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Oh, that looks delicious. Oh, we got Kung Pow Chicken. Big old hunks of chicken. That's just like that restaurant I was talking about. That's really good. Fire dog, get your ears. And then the pot sticker, isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Get that right in there. Who's that? Hey, Paul plays the fire. Can I come in? You remember what happened last time, right? Yes. And that ain't happened again, right? No. Well, come on in and grab yourself a plate. Okay. Well, that feller stopped by, and sure enough, he was hungry, so we're going to make him a plate. We're going to let him inside and everything, so this must be a red letter day. So we got a little of that Kung Pow chicken. Once again, doesn't that look good? A little bit of that rice. He don't need nothing fancy. I'm sure he'll love it. And a couple of them pot stickers. Maybe 3. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Look at that. There you go, fella. Eat up. That is awful good. That is like better than the restaurant, man. I'll tell you what. You ought to open a restaurant, man. That is so good. And that chicken, them little peppers, oh, that's so good. I could eat this all day, man. I should just move in here. So we got that fella a plate, and he seems to be enjoying it. He's really eating it up. So, boy, he's
I'm fine, man.
This has been Paul Plays with Fire. We had a great time. We made Kung Pow chicken. It tastes so good. It tastes maybe better than the restaurant. I can't say for sure. Thanks for stopping by. We're glad you're here. See you next time.
Oh. Where'd you get these pot stickers again? Because they're real good. Is that soy sauce over there?
Hey! Hey, Paul Plays with Fire! Hi! Paul plays with fire. I could eat this all day, man. I should just move in here. You gonna get an extra room? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just enjoy my food, man. Yep, I can do this. You got extra space? Because I'm kind of looking. Oh. Where'd you get these pot stickers again? Because they're real good. Is that soy sauce over there? I could get me some of that. Oh, sorry. My bad. You should open a restaurant. I'm serious.